Hello everyone, so today I'm going to do a short video on HRCYED, also known as the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. I'm assuming most people watching this video from my channel don't know what this is, so I'll leave information down in the description, but it's the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do, and if you've followed me for any length of time, you know how much I love a good reading challenge. The more challenging, the better. So I wanted to talk about some of the things I've already done. There's a whole bingo board, but I've already completed one of the challenges, which was to participate in another readathon. I participated in Summerween, which is all about reading horror books in the summertime, which I did. So there were 5 prompts for this readathon. The first one was to read a book in the dark or at night, and for that I completed The Strange House Volume 3. Next was to read a horror or thriller book, which was easy enough. I read Face Meat. Then was to read a book with a sky on the cover, and I picked, of course, My Name is Shingo, Volume 5. The next prompt was to read a book you've owned for more than a year, and I read X Volume 2 for this. I did also read X Volume 1 during the readathon, but I didn't count it for any of these prompts. I counted it for something else. But the last one was to read a novella, manga, or audiobook, and I picked a very, very short novella called A Sincere Warning About the Entity in Your Home. So for me, since I love readathons so much, this was a pretty easy prompt or bingo space to fulfill. So I'm going to talk about some of my other plans now. There are so many rules for this readathon, I definitely can't explain them all here. So I'm just going to talk as if you are already aware of the challenge and all the rules. But basically, I am reading X, which my TBR jar picked for me, and I'm counting this under these series staircase prompt, so I will be continuing this. And also there's a prompt to read a bunch of subgenres in one overarching genre, and the main genre I picked is horror, of course, and I'm reading The Starving Saints for that one. I think the easiest way for me to go about this challenge is just to read normally, and then, at least for the first part, to fit those books into the different prompts, and then as we get later into this year-long challenge, I will focus more on specific things. But I do think I could focus on some of the easier bingo board prompts. Like to read from someone else's TBR, I've already picked out a bunch of prompts from somebody else's TBR game, and then also to participate in a 24-hour reading challenge, which I've done a couple times, so that should be easy. But yeah, I don't know how often I'm going to do these updates. I'm not sure if people are even going to like this video since it's kind of talking about books instead of just manga. I think personally, as a manga reader, that makes this challenge a lot easier since I read so many different manga. They account for a lot of the prompts, but I also read a lot of books as well. So we'll see how this goes as the year progresses. So I'm really very much excited for this. I can't wait to read more, fill out my little prompts and challenges. You know I love a good reading challenge. So yeah, let me know what you think.